How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hey. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Deliberate Live Stream. This is Rosemary Noni Knight, or RNK for short. Okay, so your personal evolution is critical to the evolution of the planet. Wow, this is a word that has been spoken to me since, I don't know, I think it was last night. And I just really need to get this across to you. Because sometimes we get so caught up in believing that who we are, what we do, doesn't matter. But it does. It matters such a lot. There is no mistake about you being here on this planet at this time with your specific calling, the thing that you feel drawn to do. It is yours to create. But we forget. We start to think that we're just one of 7 billion people and that it doesn't actually matter. But it does. It's critical, in fact. There is no mistake made about you being here at this time. You may feel like you've wasted too much time, that your moment has passed, but it's not true. You may feel like there's nothing you can do. It's not true. You may feel like your vision is not that big a deal. It's not true. Again, there is no mistake about you being here. There is something that you're here to do. And you know what? Right now is a perfect time to start doing it. Right now is a perfect time to get over your internal stuff that tells you that, it doesn't matter, and actually choose to live as though it does matter. Because it does matter. It does matter. It matters a heck of a lot that you rise and start to live the life that you're born to live. The crazy thing is that you even want this. You want this so much, so desperately. You want to be waking up in the morning feeling like you're living on purpose. And maybe you started to take a few steps here, there, and everywhere, but you haven't fully stepped into it. You haven't fully owned it. And I'm saying to you this, it doesn't matter how long you've spent doing the wrong thing, building your life on the wrong wall. I spent a heck of a lot of my life building my life to be a pharmacist, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it wasn't the call on my life. And I finally had to wake up to the fact that unless I chose to start taking action towards the things that I want to create, nothing would ever change. And the same goes with you. There are certain longings within you, desires that you want to see come alive. You've been convinced for a long time by teaching, maybe from your religious organization, from just living in a family, living on this planet, that actually you just need to get by. You just need to do whatever you need to do to survive. That your calling is something that you do in your spare time, not something that you build your life around. I had lots of people telling me this for so long, that, Rosemary, you always want everything. Why can't you just accept that you do that kind of stuff? The stuff you really want to do, you do it in your spare time. You don't do it. You don't do it for your life, if you see what I mean. But this is it. The planet that we live on right now, this planet Earth, it needs each one of us to wake up to the fullness of what we're here to do. It needs each one of us to actually own our vision. Okay? When you are not living on purpose, when you're not living to the vision, the call on your life, you feel out of place. You feel weird and empty. And that emptiness isn't going anywhere. And some people find religion, because the religion tells you that it's, that hole, that God-shaped hole that you need to fill, which is true. It is true, there's no doubt about it, but it goes even beyond that because you can claim to be spiritual and religious and follow all the rules, but if you're not daily choosing to stretch yourself and actually start taking steps in the direction of your vision, then you will still feel empty. You will still feel as though you are not on path because you're not on path. You're still buying into the old lies. Okay? It is your purpose that fulfills you. And you discover your purpose as you draw close to spirit within, as you start living a life based on your intuition, not based on the rules that other people have externally put in place for you. It is time to wake up. It is time to rise. It is time to know that you are born for something more. It is time to know who you are again. It is time to live to your true design. You may have experienced some success by the standards of the people around you, but it has been an empty success. It's time to start deliberately designing a life that feels good on the inside and on the outside. We hear people tell us about how we're running out of natural resources. This is what I know, that within us, individual people, is the wisdom to figure out how to develop more resources, but only those who choose to live on their narrow path will ever have access to that wisdom. Somewhere in the world is some person with incredible wisdom about how to extend the resources on this planet, and yet that person may or may not be awake, thinking that, it doesn't really matter what I do. Yes, it does. You may tell yourself, well, I don't really have the answer to natural resources, so I don't matter. It's a lie. You may be the person that is going to raise that child that has the wisdom we require to move forward. You may be the person who's going to teach that child who has the wisdom to help us as a planet move forward. You may be the person with the music that is going to inspire that person who has the natural resources idea within them. So you create that music that you think, it's just entertainment, it doesn't matter. But actually it does. It does. There is no mistake about your giftings. There is no mistake about the things that you choose or desire to do. There's no mistake about it. Every single person on this planet was placed here at this time for a reason. And it is as we live to our true design, as we personally evolve to becoming people who live to our true design, that's when the planet is able to move forward. Because you don't know who you're going to impact. You don't know who you're going to influence just by being your best, truest self. You are born to live prosperously. And when I say prosperity, I mean in all areas of your life. Starting with that feeling of fulfillment, that feeling that you know that you are on track. This is not a case of, I don't know, sometimes people think, the thing that I want to do is so tiny, it doesn't really matter. That's rubbish. Or then you have the other people saying, the thing I want to do is so big, it's just impossible. That too is rubbish. All you need to do is the next step. All you need to take is the next step. To keep seeking inside of you, what is the thing that I need to do next in order to serve the people I'm here to serve, in order to live the life that I'm here to live, in order to create the wealth that I'm here to create, because all of this stuff matters. You're not born to live in lack and struggle and all of that unless you choose it. And I know that sounds kind of crazy that anybody would choose it, but I chose it for a long time. I chose struggle and lack for a long time. I finally woke up to the fact that, you know what, I don't need to keep choosing this. I can choose, as equally as I chose a life of struggle, I can choose a life of abundance, of fulfillment, of freedom, the deliberate life. And so I woke up. I started making different choices. But those choices came from within. I stopped looking outside all the time for, okay, what is everybody else doing? Let me figure out from what everybody else is doing what I'm supposed to do. No. You need to cultivate a connection with spirit within. Call it what you will, God. I call him Papa. You may call him God or spirit or source or universe or whatever, wisdom, intuition. You need to cultivate a relationship with that inside of you so that you start to get very clear as to what it is that you are here to do, to be, to have. Start to distill it out. It's important that you do this. And now you may say to yourself, well, I've spent so long living the wrong life, there's no point, I may as well just stay here. It's a lie. This is the perfect moment to change direction. This is the perfect moment to choose to evolve. You don't have to drop everything in 3 seconds. You just need to start taking steps, stretching yourself, cultivating that relationship, asking over and over again, what is the thing that I need to do next in order to see my vision fulfilled? And then daring to do the stuff. Daring to take action. It's not enough to pray and beg and plead for all eternity. Oh, please God, help me. Now, yeah, honey, the wisdom is available. Are you going to move? Are you going to move, or are you going to keep thinking about it? Are you going to keep living in distrust of everything and everyone around you? Keep thinking you're living in some kind of hostile universe, and so therefore you keep living this small existence, hiding away because you're so worried that you'll be exposed and people will come and get you, or whatever it is that is your particular fear. Be done with it. It's time to evolve. It's time to rise. It's time to be all that you are born to be. I was reading this morning of a guy called Nehemiah and how he wanted to, he decided he was going to go and help build the walls of Jerusalem because he realized it was part of his calling. And so he found the courage to approach the king and ask for support. And he went forward, he went off to do what he was called to do. And now I ask you to wake up, to stop living in fear of exposure or fear that you're going to lose what you've gained, because I know you've come from a place of hardship. You've risen above that, but now it's time to rise into the life that you're actually called to live. Your personal evolution is critical to the evolution of our planet. Stop living small. I continue to encourage you, to inspire you, to empower you, to rise. You are born for more. Stop living as though you are not important, because you are. It is time to rise. Your personal evolution, it is critical to our planet. Own your greatness and start to move forward into the vision you have rather than just kind of obeying the rules. It is time. And if this resonates with you, and your spirituality is an important part of your life, and you're whether you're in career or in business, you're ready to start taking action in the direction of your true design, then I exhort you to get the book, Pray, Affirm, Receive. And I'll just type that up for you. You can get the book from, if I can get this to work, rosemarynonnyKnight.com/book gift. Go get the book. It is time to rise. Until the next time, do share this with somebody else. Tag them in. Share it. Go get the book. I look forward to getting to know you. Much love.